What kind of torture did the Iroquois adore? What was the most developed tribe in North America? How did an Apache guerrilla chief become a showman? Is it true that Obama and Johnny Depp's ancestors were Cherokee Indians? We'll tell you all that and more. The Iroquois themselves called themselves Haudenosaunee, and the word Iroquois is taken from the language of the neighboring Algonquin and means vipers. As can be easily guessed, these tribes feuded and hated each other. The Iroquois are interesting because by the time Europeans arrived, they were the most developed tribe on the territory of the modern United States. They were engaged in simple slash-and-burn farming, knew various crafts, and at the same time were not fools as far as politics were concerned. In a sense, the Iroquois created the prototype of the modern states. Their confederation of 5 tribes had a complex, developed, and yet democratic system of government. And the most interesting thing is that the Iroquois had a matriarchy, and this is really unusual for Indians. After marriage, the man went to his wife's family and took her surname. The women sat on the council of the Confederation and generally decided the fate of the tribe without any exaggeration. At the same time, by the time Europeans arrived, the matriarchy was already in crisis. Warriors and warrior elite were rapidly gaining strength and power. By the end of the 17th century, the Iroquois, who were not pacifists and fought everyone, went on the offensive. They originally lived in the east of the Great Lakes, but after a series of successful campaigns, they took over all the adjacent territories. The Iroquois wanted to become a monopoly in the fur trade and acted very harshly. They made active use of genocide in their conquest warfare and simply killed anyone who occupied neighboring lands. A favorite Iroquois tactic was to break into enemy territory during harvest time, start killing women, and when the men of the tribe rushed to their aid, ambushed them. The Iroquois were also famous for their active use of torture and entertainment with prisoners. Their favorite execution game was as follows. The head of a still living man was tied to a tightly stretched branch, and then his throat was sharply cut. The branch worked like a sling and threw his head pretty far. If Olympic sports invented Mohawks, this would be the crowning discipline.